Unlike Copenhagen or Amsterdam, Canadian cities aren't known around the world as cycling meccas. But in Ottawa, a bold vision is brewing. The National Capital Commission, which manages more than 150 kilometers of recreational cycling paths in the region, is setting out to reimagine the capital as a national leader in urban cycling. Joining forces with the municipal governments of Ottawa and Gatineau, the NCC's CEO, Marie Lemay, hopes to transform cycling culture in the city and create a region-wide cycling network.
I think the challenge that's facing all of us collectively right now is, do we want to move from recreational cycling to commuting, to having cycling as a mode of sustainable transportation? And that's a decision that we have to make collectively, because it will mean some changes, in the way we do things. And obviously the minute you start talking about commuting, then you're talking about roads and streets, and you're not necessarily in the recreational pathway business.
At the moment, the NCC's recreational paths don't always connect to each other or to bike lanes on city streets. But what many cyclists are hoping for, says Alex DeVries, a local cycling advocate, is a dedicated east-west lane in downtown Ottawa that is connected to the paths to safely get them to and from work.
Having segregated lanes makes it much more comfortable for cyclists. In Ottawa especially, we're at this point where we need to add a lot more new cyclists. And what we need to do is not just make cycling safer, but also just more appealing.
To do this, the NCC has gotten behind the City of Ottawa's plan to build an experimental segregated lane in the heart of the city. But this is only the beginning of an effort to add more than 2,500 kilometers of new bike lanes and pathways to the city. And the NCC has started work on other projects to help boost local cycling culture too. Thanks to an initiative spearheaded by the NCC, which brought together maps of the cycling networks in Ottawa and Gatineau, last November, the National Capital became the first region in Canada to include directions to its complete cycling network in Google Maps. The map was unveiled at the Sustainable Mobility Conference organized by the NCC at the historic Chateau Laurier, which saw experts from the United States, France, the Netherlands, and Canada share their expertise with the National Capital Region and other Canadian cities. Focusing on planning innovations such as people-friendly streetscapes, light rail, and other modes of sustainable transportation, the conference explored what makes a greener city and how to build it. Continuing that mission, in the summer of 2011, the NCC plans to roll out a bike sharing program in partnership with Ottawa and Gatineau, which would see 500 rentable bicycles available at 50 stations throughout the region. To help speed the City of Ottawa's plan to build more urban cycling infrastructure, the NCC has also brought in experts from Gale Architects, a Danish firm specializing in improving cycling infrastructure in cities such as New York, where they successfully created a plan to add 750 kilometers of bicycle paths to the car-choked city in only 2 years. Project manager Camilla Van Ders was assigned to consult with Ottawa and says there's more to building cycling infrastructure than meets the eye.
It's about attracting the right kinds of people as well. We see that cities that want to compete globally and attract sort of the creative class, which is really where the money is. So if you want to attract college, university students, and also families moving to cities, they're really looking for cities that are livable.
We tend to pin the car against the bicycle. And I think there's something in this for everyone. If you're a car driver and you never intend to get on your bike, there's still something in this for you. Because if we get a lot of the car drivers on their bikes, there's going to be less congestion for you, that's for one. There will be more education of the cyclists.
The ambitious vision emerging in the National Capital Region hopes to increase the number of trips made by bicycle in the capital by 167% by 2021. Today's projects are only the first step toward getting more cyclists safely out on the road. If they achieve this goal, they will have succeeded in creating a greener, more livable national capital for all Canadians.